I want to invite you along on a recent backpacking trip where I was able to enjoy all the relaxation of a hammock that weighs less than 7 ounces. Well, welcome back, folks. We're looking here at the Eno Sub 7 hammock. And I'm looking forward to telling you about this hammock today after getting back from my multi-day backpacking trip where I used it for my leisure time, relax time, nap time. My dad used it. It got a lot of a workout over those few days that we were in the backcountry. And so that I can give you my feeling on this design and really what makes this special to me. Now, I own several Eno hammocks. Most of them are double nest so that they can fit 2 people, so that I can cuddle up with my son and read him a bedtime story in the backyard before we go upstairs, or hang out with my wife and look at the stars and talk and chat and try and connect after a long day, or hang out by the lake, the car camping site, and just enjoy the breeze and have a place to take a quick nap. I have also used those double nests as a sleeping system on day trips as well as backpacking. So I have spent the night a couple times in Eno double nest hammocks, and those do function very well and give you a lot of space for me being a larger guy at 6'2" and about 215 pounds. But a lot of those hammocks you're gonna find are pretty bulky. They're large, they weigh a lot, and they're just gonna take up space when you're trying to count all your ounces and you're gonna throw it in either a day pack and you're going up for a day hike, or you're backpacking and you have a little extra space maybe for some sort of leisure system to take naps and relax, but you don't have a ton of extra weight that you want to spare or size in the pack. Well, that's where this little bad boy comes in. Weighing in at 6.7 ounces, this thing weighs next to nothing. It's malleable and it's about the size of a softball. So it's very compact, and this thing includes the size for a one-man system, so yourself, and the carabiners to attach to any type of straps from any brand that you would like, or if you want to cut down completely on ounces, possibly using some sort of cordage or things like that, though that's not always the best for the trees. So I always recommend using some form of strap system. Just gives a little extra width so you're not cutting into the bark of a living tree. Now, I have several different straps. In this particular testing and usage, I was using a racket set that I just picked up on Amazon for about 20 bucks. It has 2,000 pounds of retention, which is awesome that it can support. Now, the hammock alone doesn't have quite that capability, but the straps themselves with, I believe, 36 different attachment points, as well as they come with their own set of carabiners if you want to use them, and will give you about 10 feet of extra space on top of the hammock to hang your tree, to hang from tree to tree. So I was using that. Those are a little heavier at about 11 ounces compared to what else is out there on the market. Several different brands can get you straps of similar style. They won't be quite as high rated. They will usually be about 400 pounds, which is more than enough for most people. But those things you can get for about 8 ounces. So you can easily, for under £1, get yourself a really nice setup for your hammock to use around the campsite. Having a good time with GT Jr. running around here in the garage, hanging out with Dad, having a good time. So if you get to see a couple camera bumps or a little bit of talking, that's what it is in the background. But what I really enjoyed with this was super easy setup, as always, Eno quality, and I was able to really enjoy myself on this particular backpacking trip, get a good nap in. So other people were able to do that. My father was able to use it for a good long nap for himself. And then I had a buddy who wanted to try hammock camping as a possible next time we go out backpacking. So he tried to spend the night in it. It rained on him and we didn't have tarps, but he was able to get a good night's sleep in it up until that point and enjoyed that aspect. So it has a lot of capability, either as your sleeping system or just for leisure around the campsite when you don't want to try and pack some sort of like camp chair on a backpacking trip. And regardless if I used it in the seating position or in the lay down position, it fit me very well and I enjoyed using it, and it's something that will now become part of my regular day hiking and backpacking system for quick naps, or even just sitting around the campfire, wherever it would be, hanging out, having a good time. Obviously be careful of those sparks so you don't punch holes in it, but I'm looking forward to using this now on a regular basis. Now, this was gifted to me by my wife upon request. I asked her for it, I believe for Christmas, if not my birthday last year. You can get these for about $40 over on Amazon or backcountry.com. We will have links for you guys in the description below. We appreciate it when you use all the hyperlinks that we have below. But for that price, you're getting that ultralight, under 7 ounce hammock with the carabiners included for that weight class. And then for not much more, you're able to get those straps in under a pound. You have the ability to enjoy all the relaxation and options that a hammock has to offer. One last thing I did just want to point out is that one end did have a little bit of thread fraying, which was the sewing, the stitching that it had was fraying slightly, not in a way that it was coming apart. It was just like excess that wasn't clipped and taken care of. I haven't seen that in my other Enos, so that was a little odd to me. It's not tearing out or pulling out in any way, shape, or form. I just would have liked to have seen those super nice and snug on both ends. It was only on one end that it was a little, I don't know, loose. It wasn't even loose. I don't know what. It was just excess. It was just excess threading that they had there that I wish would have been cleaned up a little bit. Just want to let you guys know about that. But I've had several Enos with zero problems and lots of usage and years of usage on several of their models. And I've now had several different body types and different people hanging out in this sub 7, and it still has plenty of years of use ahead of it. So with that, folks, hope you've enjoyed this video, giving you the information that you need, pointing you in the right direction on whether or not the sub 7 is the right hammock system for your ultralight backpacking, day hikes, or just smaller footprint, cheaper option hammock. As always, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media, throwing up stuff there all the time, having a great time while we do it. And you can see up and coming stuff over on Instagram and Facebook. We invite you to subscribe if you're not a current subscriber of the GT family. We're throwing up videos every single week. Check out that other video popping up, the subscription button. Hit that bell icon to make sure the videos show up in your news feeds. And finally, guys, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.